Today I'm going to tell you about the Lingoda sprint that I've done. I've done a half sprint Lingoda, and this video is not sponsored by any means. It's just for your information and if you should join, if I recommend, and what I think about the sprint. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna insert some things in Spanish. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, but just let's keep on going with English. Firstly, I would like to say that I have an experience with online classes because I had a teacher on italki and I was having classes with her, and then it was a perfect timing for me and her because she was going for a vacation, and there was this Lingoda half sprint that appeared, so I decided to join. And I knew that I wouldn't have time to do the half sprint, which is the 30 days of classes. I mean, every day you will have a 1 hour class. So I decided to do the half sprint. So I have a feeling that there's lots of people who already know what the Lingoda sprint is. But if you don't know, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about that. So Lingoda has 4, if I'm not wrong, 4 languages that you can, 4 or 3 languages that you can learn, which is English and English business, French, German and Spanish. For now, I hope they will have more, and you can sign up for one. And if I'm not wrong, if you sign for one sprint, you can't do the other sprint. For example, if you sign and you finish the sprint for Spanish, you cannot do the sprint for German, for example. And also make sure that you check all of the rules before joining in, because there's a lot of things that may make you not get the refund. Because what is very nice in the Lingoda sprint is that when you finish it with having all of the classes finished without any issue, and with following the rules, you will get a 50% of refund when it comes to the half sprint, and you will get a full refund when it comes to the full sprint. If you want to get like a code or something, you'll have to look on other like channels. I'd say Lindy Boats, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, has one, and there's a couple different YouTubers who have the codes for you to get, I'd say, €10 or dollars off of your deposit or something like that. But okay, what I think about that. So I would like to start with me saying that I really recommend Lingoda. I was not sure if I should join or not, but because of the situation right now, and I was at home and I had plenty of time, I've decided to do this. I just decided to have a go because it was just 3 months. I was planning on doing it in Spanish, and I also recorded it in Spanish, and I was thinking that maybe recording it in English will get more people will get a chance to take something from this video. Okay, so I would start from the disadvantages. So I didn't know that it was a group classes. I thought it was private classes, so I was a little bit disappointed with that, but I already paid, so I just had to be taking those classes. But overall, I was really happy because I started in a level B1 and 3, but Lingoda recommended me B2, but I don't really feel that I'm at B2 right now, maybe, but I'm not a proper B2. I'm just in the process of learning B2. That's what I feel, but I'm not sure. So yeah, but when you are in a B level, the classes will get very small amount of people, I'd say. So most of the time I had classes on my own, so it was a private class. Then I had also other students, but as I said, mostly just myself and the professor in Spanish and the teacher. But also I started like a regular Lingoda, German Lingoda, and then I am on A22 level right now, and I have to say that there's loads of people, and sometimes it's hard for me to take take most out of the class, which is not really nice if you are paying for it, but you are paying for a group class, not for a private class. So so yeah, that can be, you have to take it into account that it is a group class, it's not a private class, which apparently no one was saying it on YouTube, because I watch a lot of, maybe I just missed that, I don't know. Okay, another thing is that you always have a different professor, you always have a different teacher. So it's hard to get this relation with your teacher, because I was used to having a teacher in italki, and we really have a nice relationship, and I really enjoyed that. It is like a little bit of a friendship, but in here you only have a professor, and you always change it. It depends on the class. It is possible to get several classes with the same teacher, and if you want to have the same teacher, you can also book just specifically his classes, but for me, I prefer just picking the time when you want to have a class. So yeah, this was not for me really nice, but some people say that it is nice to meet more people and more teachers, so it depends what you prefer. And also for me, maybe I'm just weird, but there was no homework. We had the homework, however, no one was checking that. So if you have the presentation at the end, there is a homework. You can make it. You can do the homework, but like no one will check it. There's only once from a German class that there was one exercise that the teacher said, please, if you have time, just send me that on my email, but it was just only one situation, so I didn't really like that, because when I had on my italki, when I had my class, and I had my homework, it was a nice, you know, I could just exercise by myself the things that I've learned during the class. So this for me was a little bit of a downside, but yeah. Depends on who likes what. Okay, another disadvantage is that if you booked a date, you can only change it 1 week before. So if there's like a 5 days till your class starts, you can't change it. You can change it, but you will lose the day. So that it means that you will just break the rules and you will lose your refund. So this is a huge disadvantage. And on italki, if I'm not wrong, you can change any time, and it really depends on you and the teacher. And it's italki doesn't have a huge influence on the teachers. It's just a website, and it's more about the relationship between you and the teacher. And you can also always change when you want to have the class. It's very flexible. Okay, what are the advantages? So, of course, the advantages which I saw was in my process, in my learning. You know, I saw that I can speak faster, and I can think in that language. Also, I can read in Spanish. Also, I have a book, so I can finally read in Spanish and understand stuff. Also, before starting Lingoda, I knew about like the present tenses and past tenses too, of the past tenses, but the rest I had no idea about. And to be honest, that was my main idea. I wanted to get more presentation, then you will have your grammatic rules, you will have this, you will have that, so you know what you're gonna learn and you can revise that before the class. So I really wanted to have something like a book that I'm gonna follow and just have all of the rules that I can have saved on my laptop and just go back if I want to. Oh yeah, speaking of that, so another advantage, another plus for Lingoda is another plus of Lingoda is also that you have access to the resources. So you can revise the document, the PDF, before and after, and anytime you want. Also, you can choose your level. So if you want to start at A1, you can just start A1. If you want to change for B1, you can change. You have the flexibility to choose the classes, the levels as well. So that was a huge plus. And because you have the presentation, it's a great source of new vocabulary, which I found a little bit difficult to find a new vocabulary when it comes to a different language. And of course, the biggest plus is you will get the half refund. And I'm still waiting. I don't know. I think I will get, because I was always on time. I never left the classroom earlier. It was one of the requirements that you have to do if you want to get the refund. So I'm just waiting to get that, and I'm planning to continue doing the Lingoda. But if I had to choose between italki and Lingoda, because I feel like I see right now on YouTube that there is people, they compare those italki and Lingoda, but really I don't really see the connecting factor between both of them. Maybe just that they are an online classes, but it's just completely different. Lingoda is different and italki is different, because on italki you have just a lot of teachers and they have a different resources. But when it comes to Lingoda has a resource which are the presentations, and they also have the teachers, but the teachers, they have to follow the presentation. So yeah. And when it comes to teachers, some people say that it's better that you can choose that on italki, you can choose whoever you want, but it takes a little bit of time to pick your favorite teacher. In my case, it was very easy, because my first teacher was my best teacher, and that I stayed with her for almost a year right now, less than a year, a couple of months, 9 months or something. I stayed with her, but because I really liked her. And if you are familiar with the italki, there is something like community teacher and professional teacher, and she was a community teacher, which I think it's something like a native, just teaching you the language. But she was amazing. She was so professional, and she had all of the resources, and yeah, I was really happy with her. And on Lingoda, if you like the presentation, if you like the resources they have, you will be probably always happy, because the teachers were very, very nice, and I never had a problem with the teacher. No, never had a problem with the student, nothing. I'm sorry if it is a little bit mixed, but I'm not really, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just, if I see that there's something that I've done and I can just help other people, or just be a place where you can find more knowledge on something, or just share my experience. But I'm not really in that word. I'm just a regular human being, and I'm not there. I'm just recording from time to time. Yeah, I hope that you will find it a little bit helpful. Yeah, and now I'm gonna, if you want to stay, you can see how my Spanish changed, and my speaking skills, or just my overall my Spanish, how it progressed. I want to thank you for watching, and see you later. Bye. Hola. Español es mi primer idioma que yo aprendí por mi cuenta. Y sí, y me da mucha alegría. Y sí, ¿y qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? No sé. No sé qué me gustaría hablar. Pero bueno, no sé. Hola, me llamo Julia y ese video es solo para mí o para mi video. El próximo video que me voy a que me voy a hacer, que me voy a mostrar a ti, porque yo he empezado yo he empezado un sprint de Lingoda, y me gustaría mostrarte mi progresión. ¿Es progresión la palabra correcta? No sé. Mi progresión en inglés y en español. Y para mí también. Para buscar la diferencia entre mi nivel de español. Y sí, otra desventaja es que no tienes un profesor, siempre tienes un profesor diferente, y para mí no es muy bueno porque no hay relación con profesor y yo puedo comprar tener un profesor, el mismo profesor todo el tiempo, porque yo tuve clases o yo tenía clases en italki con una profesora también, y eso es algo muy, la relación es, ¿cómo podría decir? Que trates un profesor como tu amigo, que siempre puedes hablar con él. Yo tengo una relación muy buena con mi profesora de italki y eso es buenísimo para mí. Y en Lingoda siempre tienes un profesor diferente y no hay relación, no hablas sobre tu vida, hablas un poquito sobre tu vida, pero no tanto, y eso es una desventaja para mí. Vale, pero me parece que para otra gente podría ser una ventaja. No sé por qué, pero depende depende del tipo de la gente. Vale, y para mí una gran desventaja es que yo no tenía o no tienes deberes que haces después de clase. Vale, tú tienes en la presentación tienes deberes, pero nadie le nadie le checa como check, no checks it.